Right, there we go. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Philip Cornelius, and I'm a student at Columbia College. I'm currently pursuing my associate's and bachelor's degree in general studies. The reason why I'm majoring in general studies is because I generally don't know what I want to do. So today I'm going to present you with how to visually tie knots. And the reason why I think it's important to learn how to tie knots is because just in case you ever maybe bought a Christmas tree, have it on top of your car, maybe transport a mattress, it's important to know how to secure things down to your vehicle. And especially if you like boating or doing things outdoors in general, learning how to tie two pieces of rope together is actually a very useful thing. So the three knots I'm going to teach you how to tie is I'm going to teach you how to tie your shoes, I'm going to teach you how to tie a square knot, and how to tie a bowline. A bowline's actually kind of complicated, but I think I could break it down really easily and we can all learn how to do it. So firstly, how to tie your shoes. Most of us wear shoes, wake up in the morning is one of the first things you do. Even if you don't have feet and you have prosthetics, guess what? Prosthetics, people that wear prosthetics wear shoes. They put shoes on prosthetics. I've seen it before. So, how to tie your shoes. So, first thing before we go any further is I need to go over some knot terminology, review some string terminology, if you will. So, this right here is a string, piece of line, or a piece of rope. So, if you take your line right here, the end I'm holding right now, that's called your pigtail or your running end. Now, the piece that's connected to the shoe, that's actually called your standing end. Now, if I take this piece of rope and I do this right here, that's called a bend. That's a bend. Now, if I take this piece of rope and I simply cross it over the other piece, that right there, that is called a bite. So, overhand knot. When you first tie your shoes, you slip them over your feet, just like most of us do, and you tie what is called an overhand knot, and it looks like a pretzel. So you take the piece of line to your thumb and forefinger like so, and you simply make a cross with them. Take that one piece of line to your right hand, and you go over like that, and you make that pretzel. Now the next part is you make some bunny ears. This is the way I've always been tying knots. I've been tying knots like this since I've been about 4 or 5 years old. Get those bunny ears, and you know what you're gonna do with them? You're gonna make another overhand knot with them. There you go. Awesome. That's how you tie your shoes. Now, if you want to have more of a sense of security because you're going for a jog or a hike or important business meeting, you might want to make a double overhand knot with your bunny ears. So you simply tie it over again. It's that easy. That's how you tie your shoes. So, next thing we're going to go over is what's called a square knot. So, a square knot is used when you want to tie two lines together of similar diameter. So two ropes, I have two ropes, I want to tie them together. They're both the same diameter or close to it. Very simply, you left hand, right hand, left over right. So you put the lines left over right, and you're going to make an overhand. And then you go right over left. So now I have the right and the left, you make another overhand. And boom, there's your square knot right there. I got my two lines together, similar diameter. And then what you do is you tie an overhand around each standing end, because now they're both standing ends. And bam, you got what is called your square knot. Very reliable knot. It probably won't slip. No promises though. Okay, next thing is the bowline. The bowline, very, very useful knot, probably the most useful in the world. So I grab the piece of line like this. Notice I'm holding it underhand. Now what I do, since I'm right-handed, I can do it left-handed too, but I want to show off. So I hold it like so. My right hand, I flip over, and guess what I just made? I just made a bite. You see that? I made a bite. So with that bite, I reach through. I grab what is now the pigtail. And with this end, the standing end, I go through the loop I just made. I grab the loop I just made, I stitch it down, and boom, I got a loop now. It's amazing, isn't it? Now with this could be a slip knot, not like the band, but this could be a slip knot. It can slip, very unlikely though. I make another overhand knot right here, and now that thing ain't going nowhere. Now I can take this knot I could tow a boat, a 1,000,000-pound boat with it, but the line's gotta be a lot bigger. But this knot is not ever gonna slip. So that's how you make a bolt. So today we talked about knots, how to tie your shoes. I taught everyone how to make a square knot, how to connect two lines of similar diameter together, and I taught you how to make a loop in a rope using a bowline. Thank you for your time. Dang it, I think I went over time. Stop it.